Don't be afraid to break some rules. That was kind of the whole point of minimalism, was to free yourself from societal constraints. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little cobras, and welcome back to the Cobra's Nest. So today's minimalism video is actually like a true minimalism video. So today's minimalism video is going to be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before I started decluttering my home. So these are things that I've made mistakes along in my minimalism journey, which I think can be helpful to anyone who is on a minimalism journey. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Let's get it. Let's go. Woo! Okay, so coming in at number 1, getting rid of items that were practical just because it was ugly. I don't really know where it came from. I think after like 10 years of falling down the rabbit hole of like minimalism videos, I got like really obsessed with like the aesthetic of it, or needing to look a certain way in order for it to qualify as like correct minimalism. So I decluttered things that were not minimalistic. I think I decluttered this one pink bag that I had, and I was like, oh, pink, that's not a true minimalism color. I'm gonna declutter it. And honestly, in hindsight, I kind of wish that I had used a little bit of more nuance in my head. I wish that I kind of thought to myself, you know what, like minimalism is about like serving your best life, not about like putting on a show on the internet. To be fair, I am a content creator, so I still do have to think about the aesthetic of what it looks like on video. But if you're just like a regular individual and you don't make content, don't be obsessed with it needing to match the way that it looks on the internet. It's just like not practical. It's kind of wasteful, if I'm being completely honest. If it serves a function and you like it and it's your aesthetic and your vibe, don't feel pressure to get rid of it just so it, you know, fits a certain aesthetic. Getting rid of something just because it's, you know, ugly, or maybe it's just practical. I've gotten rid of things, or had gotten rid of things that were practical, but I was like, oh, it's not pretty, so I'm gonna get rid of it. Because there was this whole idea of like, does it spark joy? But like sometimes you need a fork. Like a fork is not the most prettiest thing in the world, although it could be, but it's a practical item. You don't need to get rid of all of your forks. They're practical and they don't have to be the prettiest thing in the world. Okay, coming in at number 2. Hey there, my handsome and pretty little cobras. So time for today's unboxing. So today's sponsored break is sponsored by She Said Yes Jewelry. So I wanted to unbox that with you guys. So yeah, this is my 4th time working with them. I've been working with them for a while now. This is my 4th collaboration with them, so I can really vouch for the quality of these pieces. So these are solid gold pieces. They come in 3 variants. They come in rose gold, gold, and white gold. So I would highly recommend these pieces because they're just like, it's gold. You can shower with it. You can do whatever. Like, you don't have to worry about the plating coming off and none of that. So as usual, it comes with the little cards. You guys have seen these before. Care instructions. But let's get to the unboxing. Oh my gosh. So let's take that out. And for this time, I asked if I could have another stacker ring. So this one is with their white gemstones. On the website, they have different styles. They have different colors. Yeah, I asked for a stacker ring. So this one is in their lab white gemstone. So it's like a type of sapphire. There are other variants, different colors of sapphire, and you can definitely check those out. So yeah, so this is in the size 6. Just because I tend to fluctuate in weight, and if I want to wear it on this finger, I can wear it on this finger for summer. Actually, when it's summer, it's really hot, so sometimes I wear it on here. That is what she looks like. It comes in several dimensions. So this is the middle dimension, the I want to say like 8 I'm not sure. I'll put it up here on the screen which size it is. And I just want to style it for you guys with some of their other pieces. So I do have some of their other pieces from previous collaborations, so I'll style those together so you guys can kind of see the rose gold like together stacked. I always ask for the pieces from them in rose gold just because I personally love rose gold. The necklace that I'm wearing right now is rose gold. Like, if I can get something in rose gold, that's my preferred option. I love that pinky hue. I'm very like pink toned, so I love how subtle and low key it is. I do have some gold pieces, but me personally, I love me a rose gold moment. So let's stack it on with one of their engagement rings, since they are an engagement ring company. So this one is their pair, and I'll just stack that on top so you can see how that combo would look like. A wedding band with an engagement ring. So freaking cute. The gold colorway is the same. It's like a very soft huey pink. Let's stack that with like another stacker ring. So the last collaboration I'd asked for was this one. This one is just like a regular wedding band. It's just a solid gold band. So it's like perfect for stacking. So if you want, like, if you don't want to wear an engagement ring and you just want to like spruce up your wedding band, that's what that could look like. Very, very cute. These are so precious because all of my rings from them are engraved. All of them say Nat on the inside. This one says Nat. It's really hard to see on camera. Yeah, it's right there. It says Nat in cursive font. Maybe it will show, maybe it won't. That one is engraved, says Nat. This one also says Nat on them. So if that's of interest to you, if you want to have your piece engraved, they do come engraved. And I want to say thank you so much to She Said Yes, because this one is also engraved. And I really, really am appreciative of when things are personalized. It's such a nice little touch. So that's what she looks like. And some things that they just wanted me to mention to you guys. Since summer's coming up and that is wedding season, they just wanted to let you guys know that there is a gift with purchase. So spend 800 plus, you can receive a necklace valued at 350. Spend 1,200, you can receive earrings valued at 650, and spend 1,600 plus, and you can receive a jewelry set valued at 1,000. And for my Cobra babies, if you guys are interested, I do have a discount code. So for 15% off, the discount code is MIG15. I'll have the link down below for this particular piece. If you wanted more of a stacker and you already have an engagement ring, or you're not looking for an engagement ring, there are other just like daily, beautiful, classic luxury pieces you can definitely check out. Yeah, and then one last little thing is that their slogan is love lasts forever when She Said Yes. So I want to thank you so much to She Said Yes for collaborating with me. I absolutely love the piece. It's absolutely stunning. So yeah, let's continue on with today's regularly scheduled program. I guess another mistake is getting obsessed with this idea of hitting a certain number of items. I don't really recommend counting your items. Like, obviously minimalism is different for everyone, and I understand that sometimes counting your things can be helpful, but as somebody who kind of fell down that rabbit hole herself, I could only have one bag, I could only have like 2 hats. I don't really know to what true extent it served a practical function. Like, there's no minimalism police who's gonna come after you if you have 3 hats or you have like several bags. I don't know, it's just kind of like you get to a place in your minimalism journey, and this usually happens like later after you've like decluttered stuff and you're obsessed with the number. You kind of realize it's okay to have a certain number of things, and it's okay for it to not be a certain number of things. Like, I don't know, it's really like, I personally don't think it's necessarily healthy. I can understand that it's a good tool in the beginning of your journey, but somewhere along the lines you kind of mature and you realize, yeah, it's not necessarily just about the numbers. Sometimes you just kind of need to realize, like, this is the right amount for me to live my best life. Okay, coming in at number 3, trying to make it fit a luggage again. So for those of you who are new, although my old subbies will know, at one point in my life, especially during the pandemic, my stuff actually did just fit into a luggage. I can't say I liked it. I do know that a lot of people do have that fantasy, especially when you enter minimalism core. I don't know why it's like glamorized. All my stuff fits into a luggage. I mean, okay, like, I love that for you. I can speak about this because I actually experienced it. I got stuck in Taiwan with just my carry-on. Yeah, all my stuff fit in a luggage. But I think what I'm trying to say with this one is, don't get obsessed with making sure everything fits in the luggage. It's not ideal. It's not really practical on like unless you are like actually like a digital nomad and you travel every other week. Yeah, and your stuff needs to fit in the luggage. I don't understand the glamorization of like, and make it all fit in a luggage. Like, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, that's cute. And like, wow, how disciplined. But that's a minimalism mistake that I made. I got really obsessed with decluttering my stuff. I remember I used to always neurotically try to like fit my stuff into a luggage. Even when I was in the dorm room, I was like, I need to be ready for when I leave the dorm room. Everything needs to fit in a luggage. Everything needs to fit in a luggage. And like, it kind of made sense because I was a student and that wasn't like, the dorm wasn't my permanent home. But if you live in a home and this is your home, or you own your home, or you're like a permanent renter, I don't really see the function. Like, if it's like a badge of honor, so be it. But I think it falls into the realm of like a minimalism mistake, if I'm being completely honest. Okay, so coming in at number 4, it has to be a certain colorway. And I think this kind of ties in with the aesthetic of like minimalism. I think for millennials, it's like the millennial gray. There's also like the sad beige mom, like it needing to be all of these things and like it's devoid of color. Like, I get it. And you know why I get it, honestly? Because like, I live like that. I think I fall into the millennial sad beige mom aesthetic. You guys can see like yeah, a lot of things in my life and in my room, it's beige. I like beige. I like it that way. But that's because like I grew up in like the 90s where everything was like colors galore. But with all of that being said, I don't think it's healthy for people on a minimalism journey to feel like the only proper way to have minimalism is for it to be an aesthetic. I think you also need to take into consideration that a lot of the minimalism content that is online comes from content creators, and content creators, this is kind of still a business at the end of the day. We have to make sure we cater to companies, we have to cater to the algorithm. Certain aesthetics are just more pleasing, more click friendly, thumbnails, like there's a lot to come into consideration. So if you're not a content creator and you don't have those type of like business pressures, I don't think you should feel pressured for your minimalism to have a certain aesthetic. I just don't think it's really healthy. I don't really understand the allure on a personal level. I understand though, because most of my minimalism journey has been documented on YouTube, so I can understand the allure. My content didn't perform better until I looked like a minimalist. When I was still just doing my own thing with all my colors, it's almost like no one wanted to hear what I had to say about minimalism. So I can tell you, somebody who's experienced it firsthand, don't be lured into this idea that minimalism, that part of minimalism needs to look a certain way. It doesn't. If you don't like beige, then don't do beige. If you like color, rock color. Okay, coming in at number 5. So being afraid to make changes, holding on to stuff in order to be a good minimalist. I've definitely experienced this in my minimalism journey. There was a time where I felt like if I let go of certain things, I wouldn't be a good minimalist. Like if I did this or if I did that, like let's talk. So some things that I think I could think of off the top of my head. There's a really big, unless you're a luxury minimalist, but as a whole, minimalism tends to advocate for don't do logos, don't do like loud colors and things like that. So for me, part of my minimalism journey that was kind of hard and kind of embarrassing was kind of like putting my foot down, or even like makeup for that matter. I think the new gen doesn't have this restriction, but when I was new to minimalism, if you were a woman and you wore makeup in minimalism, it was a big no-no. So what I'm trying to say is it's okay for you to alter and change your minimalism to fit who you are. Don't be afraid to break some rules. That was kind of the whole point of minimalism, was to free yourself from societal constraints and minimalism itself at one point. So if you like wearing makeup, wear makeup. If you like wearing jewelry, wear jewelry. If you like coloring or dyeing your hair, color and dye your hair. If you like wearing luxury stuff, wear luxury stuff. Like honestly, like it doesn't matter. There's no minimalism police out there. If you feel you need to change, it's okay to change. I was really scared to change. I was scared to change my hair color. I was scared to change my aesthetic. I wore a lot of beige and then I started wearing a lot of white. Like it's okay to change in your journey. You don't have to, like, once you've arrived at minimalism, like that's it. Like you can't change. No, it's a constant journey. And at some point, if you feel like leaving minimalism, then I think you should, because that's the end goal. At the end of the day, you'll come to a place where you will also declutter your own minimalism. So I hope that you guys could have enjoyed these things. I wish I knew before decluttering my home. I love making these, and if you want some other videos, comment down below what you'd like to hear and I'd love to make it. So thank you for watching. Bye.